Zvakataurwa zvakavimbisa zvinoitika mhiriso dzashe ndiungunameni wakatendeka Jehovha mhiriso dzaJehovha ndiungunameni wakatendeka Jehovah. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Elizabeth Manyowa. Thanks for passing by my YouTube channel. Like I always say, I know you're a very busy person, so taking your time to pass by my YouTube channel really means a lot to me. It's quite great. I don't take it for granted. I don't take it for granted. Who is calling me, guys? Who is calling me? I don't take your presence here for granted, because I know you would have taken your time out of your busy schedules to come and listen to what this woman is about to say. Let me say, I have different topics here that I'm going to be discussing with you, or I'll be talking about, because I don't know how many are going to join my live and how many are going to be ready to discuss the topics with me. Tracy, hi. Tracy, hi. Mwimbi, hi, sweetheart. Hi, sweetheart. Tracy, were you on YouTube, or where did you get the message that I'm live from? Can you send to the groups, Tracy? Can you send to all the groups? And I'm trying to put this thing here. It doesn't belong here, guys. It's the power bank that belongs here, and I don't know where I've put my power bank. I don't know where I've put my power bank. Oh, it's here. Tracy, hi. Thanks for joining. Sharelight. Hey, Sharelight, why did you divorce me on Facebook? Sharelight, my baby sis. You just went quiet. You just went sick and you know, and I'm like, this baby sis, does she know that I'm a big sis? If she doesn't zora me, I won't zora her. But I just realized I just got to remember you now when you join this live. Guys, I've got a series of topics that I would want to talk about today, and I'm requesting you to share the live. Go to groups, especially Tracy. Go call people to come and join my live. You used to seeing me wearing wigs, and just check my participation there. What's happening? Listels, P Listels. Thanks, Sira. Thank you so much. And I was about to talk about my hair, guys, and then sales comes to say Umuhle. People are used to seeing me going on live with wigs. I usually wear wigs, or at least a duke, when I want to go live. But today I just said, and Sharelight, andizi kugara wena. See you Facebook. Oh, okay. Thanks for joining, girl. Thanks, sweetheart. Usually when kuri kwabwane imaimo. Guys, this is my person. I love this girl. I just connected with her right from the onset when I met her in some group, and she's just one patient soul that I know. I remember when I joined the group, I was all blank. I didn't know what was happening there. I also have a group which does the same thing, but when I joined hers, it was a bit different. But she was so patient with me. She was so, you are patient, my emo. I'm used to calling you emo. That's all. That's all I'll call you emo. Thanks for your patience. Thanks for your patience, sweetheart. And I always tell you that you look like Messi. And I fell in love with you for that. Guys, I've come here for discussing, if you want to discuss with me, but otherwise I can talk to myself as you listen. I've brought in a couple of topics that I would want to talk about. The first one, I'm going to speak about losing a life partner. It's baby. Oh, hi. Hello, home girl. Home girl. Like, really? Where are you from, baby? It's baby. Where are you from? I think you think that I come from your country, but I'm not originally from your country. Tell me where you from. I'm not from where you think I come from. Although people say I look like them, like even on the streets when I'm moving, they say, "Hey, you telling us that you can't speak this language?" I'm like, "Yeah, where are you from?" "I'm from there." And they're like, "Imom, good afternoon, it's babe." Babe, it's babe is emo as well. What are you talking about? Because I know it's babe. She's even calling me her home girl. So emo, when you say you're babe and it's babe, hello emo. Yeah, it's baby saying hello emo. And emo, you're saying it's babe. Oh, okay, you're telling me that this person, her name is it's babe. But I want to know, it's babe, where do you come from? Because you say I'm your home girl. I think you don't know where I come from. Ha ha ha, you said you're from Zim, but you're in SA. Yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 you know me. You know me. So when you say you're my home girl, are you from Zim? Or you're from, yeah, you're from Zanzi. Anyway, I can't say you're wrong. You are right, partly right, but yeah, you're right. I'm from Zim, originally from Zim, but I'm married to a South African guy, so that makes me Zimsa, Zimbabwean African. So I'm your homie, I'm your home girl. Thanks, guys, for joining. I'm trying to be here for quite a while because I have about 4 topics that I would like to talk about. The first one, I would like to talk about losing a partner. Losing a partner as in Zimsa, that's a good one. Yeah, I'm Zimsa, Zimbabwe, South Africa. Actually, I got this Zimsa from the time that I won an award for one of my songs called Ndauya. Ndauya means I've come. I've come, but I sing as I've come to Christ. Kuna Jesu Ndauya. Okay, let me sing that one for you. Kuna Jesu Ndauya, hey, Ndauya, hini Ndauya, Ndauya, Baba kani Ndauya. Wangu kuna Jesu Ndauya, hey, Ndauya, Baba Ndauya, hey, Ndauya, Baba kani Ndauya. Guys, I love guitars. I love music. I love guitars. I feel it like in my body. I feel it like all over me. Like, yeah, that's me. It's inborn, and yo, I could sing on and forget about my topics, but let me get into my topics. I'd like to talk about losing a partner. Losing a partner is in losing a husband, losing a wife. Um, it's not easy. It's not easy. I've seen people who have lost their partners, and some have gone in denial for many, many years. I was talking to my husband this afternoon, and I was saying, like, when we were talking, it actually came from there, from my discussion with my husband. When I was telling him that I have a cousin brother who lost a wife 5 years back. I'm talking of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 good years. Now it is 5 plus to make it 6 when we get to some month. I think if you get to somewhere around August, it makes it 6. Guys, can someone tell Sidon that I'll call her back because I had called her for something. Now she's calling back. And unfortunately, I had to disconnect that one because I can't stop the live. Can someone just send a message to Sidon that I'm on live streaming, so I'll call her back. So I was talking about this cousin brother of mine who lost his wife some 5 years, let's say some 6 years back. And get me well, I'm not saying it is wrong, but I want to point this out because it is in line with the topic that I've come with that I want to discuss about. He has had Tracy Mafunde Nyamadzao. Hi, Tracy. Tracy, I see you're written in blue. I don't know what it means. Like, do you want to join the live or what is happening, Tracy? Should I press the blue or what? Tracy, talk to me. Pin message, add what? I don't know. And you written Tracy Nyamadzao 3 times. 3 times now in blue, this beautiful blue. I don't know, guys who are here, maybe experts for live streaming, probably you could tell me what it means when Tracy is written in this beautiful blue and with some icon after her name, after the name. I don't know what it means, but I'll have to learn about this. Hello, guys. I see 11 people on the stream. Let's kindly double tap on our screen to like the live and also share the live. Thank you all. Oh my God, I love this girl. I love this girl, Imo. Mwah, mwah. You're just the thing. You're the real deal. I mean, you're the missing puzzle, the puzzle that has been missing in me, and I just feel it. I feel it. I feel you inside me. Thank you so much, Bubble Girl. I've never done a live. Let's do it. Let's do it. For me, I think this is my, let's say, 5th live streaming. I've also been procrastinating. Emo is the best. She is. She is. You know, the first time I got to know her, I was blank about what I was supposed to do. Not blank, I wouldn't say blank, but in that team, yeah, I would say I was blank. It was close to what I was doing, but the way it was being done, soon it's baby. Yeah, soon, baby, let's do this. Let's do this. Especially when I mean, like, in fact, when I finish mine, I should be hearing from you, baby, to say you're going live. And you just need to start it. Once you started, the first day I did it, I was kind of shivery. I'm lying. I'm lying. I'm a stage person. I wasn't shivering, but I was just feeling uneasy. Like you start to wonder. You ask yourself, is it happening? Is it well? Is it working? Am I sounding good? Are people looking at me? Am I looking this or that? But the second live stream, it went well. The third one, the fourth one. This is my 5th live stream, and anyway, thank God, because I've always have this confidence, like right from school. I've always been that confident girl. Makanti makarukwa mabanzi. Guys, this is my Shona girl. And like I said, I do Facebook lives. I do most of my lives, I do them on Facebook. Usually when I go live on Facebook, I do my hair. Like I do my hair. If I don't have not money, if I don't have time to comb, to oil my Brazilian, my Peruvian, or whatever, I tie a duke and I make sure I tie it this way that I look, this look. It's my first time to do a live with hair like this. And she's saying in my language, Tracy, what is mabanzi in English? Tracy, I'm speaking in English because I have my English friends. Yeah, you see, it's baby. She's South African. Imo, I never asked you where you come from. Are you from Nigeria? Are you from Ghana? Are you from Togo? But she's definitely not from Zimbabwe. And I saw there's there on top. I'm afraid of scrolling up, otherwise I'll miss the chats that will be coming. It usually happens like that when I'm doing Facebook Lives. So I'm speaking in English. Throughout, I'll be speaking in English because of my beautiful friends there. But I want to know, like, Tracy, what do you call mabanzi in English? Guys, mabanzi is buns. You know those buns to eat. When we plate your hair in that shape, like you've plated mabanzi. So she's asking, have you done that hairstyle which is called mabanzi? And Tracy, yes. And guess what? I did this on my own. My husband was actually laughing at me when I was doing. It's not as beautiful as it looks. It's just camera. If I would look this way or this way or show you my back, yo. Oh, Benny and Betty, yeah. Is it Ben and Betty? No. Ben and Betty are those small lines, Tracy. I don't know, guys. I'm happy we have women here. You can correct me. Ben and Betty, it is those small, tiny lines. But anyway, I think it can fall under Benny and Betty as well. Right, I was talking about about losing a partner. And I was telling you about my cousin brother who lost a wife. They have, is it 4 kids? 4 kids, 2 boys. Yeah, 4 kids, 2 boys, and 2 girls. And then the wife died. He's a businessman. He's doing quite well. The other time I advertised his business on one of my Facebook pages. He had requested, he said, sis, let's push this. You're a content creator. You can help me push this. And I did. I advertised for him free. Of course, he's a brother. But my point really is he lost a wife 5 years back. And he still hasn't gotten past the pain. He still has his wife's profile picture. The wife is the profile picture on his WhatsApp number. 5 good years. And that's so sad. It is. It's so sad. Imagine someone putting one profile picture on WhatsApp for 5 years. Let's say 6 years, because this is May, June, July, August, it will be 6 years. For 6 years, not changing even one day. You can understand, you can relate the pain he's going through. It's sad, it's traumatic, it's so damaging. You don't wish that to your worst enemy. But this is life. I've come to tell someone that there are such situations in life that we go through that we need to go for counseling for, because we can never handle them alone. We can never be able to push through and conquer alone without counseling. We need to go for counseling. It's detrimental to health, it's detrimental to work, it's detrimental to relationships. You know, such people who lose partners and they don't go for counseling, they find it so, because they have not gone through counseling. Even if they try to find a partner, to find someone to be in love with, they can't move on because they still have that person in mind. They still have that person in their hearts. Those people still live within them. And then it's like I always say that I'm from Zimbabwe. I'm married to a South African guy. If I happen to pass on and my husband doesn't forgive the situation, he doesn't forgive the situation, he doesn't forgive himself, he still holds on to Elizabeth so much that the pain takes him to thinking something like, no, Elizabeth is going to Zim, she's going to see her mom, she's going to see her parents, she will come back. That's how damaging it becomes when someone doesn't go for counseling. We're not condemning people for clinging on to their loved ones who have passed on. At least it's normal. We all admit that it is normal. But there has to be a stage where you get and where you must accept the situation so that you can be able to move on. Because if you hold on to the situation that has happened, that has destroyed you emotionally, physically, mentally, you keep holding on to that situation, you will not be able to move on. Let me know if I'm talking sense. In as much as, guys, we understand it's difficult. I've lost people. I've lost friends. I've lost relatives. I've lost people who were dear to me. But at least I still haven't lost a loved one who is a husband. He's still around. And I do understand. It's not like I'm speaking because I'm not wearing the same size of shoe. I'm speaking from a perspective of wanting to help someone to move on. You definitely need counseling. Above counseling, you need prayers. Your own prayers and other people's prayers. You need to seek for counseling. You need to seek for prayers so that you'll be able to move on. Otherwise, you will never find anyone who is beautiful. You will never find anyone who is handsome. Not that they are not there, but because you still haven't accepted the situation. You've been so hurt. You've been so hurt that you won't be able to see something that is good in another person who is not the one who is deceased. Sad. Guys, that's when you realize that sometimes we are very selfish when it comes to prayer. I have a set time that I wake up to pray at. I'm not bragging about it because I'm not holy. Sometimes I wake up to pray, sometimes I fail. Sometimes I wake up, I just kneel down, or sometimes I sit on my bed. I struggle to pray. But those days that I pray, oh shame, it is about me. It is about me. Lord, you know my son. Lord, you know my husband. My sister is going through this. My mother needs this. My brother. I have 3 brothers. I have 2 sisters. I'm the 3rd one. I have 1 child. I have 1 husband. Our prayers are usually surrounded those people who are attached to us, who are close to us, who are us. Do we even think of those people who have lost partners, who are still struggling to change a profile picture for 6 years? They have kids. And I'm sure every kid also wants to be in a profile pic for their parents. But they can't do that anymore. Done it in the past because the other partner was there. They probably managed to change profile pictures, putting this baby, putting this child. But now they can't. They are stuck with one profile pic because they are too hurt to change just a profile pic. It's nothing much. It's just a profile pic. And the one I'm talking about, Sidon, hi, Sidon. Another beautiful soul has joined, my love. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you so much, sweetheart, for joining. And my apologies. I hope someone sent a message to you that I'm on live. That's why you came. I called you. I wanted something, but then I got it. Then I went live, and I'm sure you were retaining my call. That's why you came. And unfortunately, my apologies. I had to disconnect it because I had started the live streaming. And welcome, Sid. We're talking about losing a partner. That if you lose a partner, it's not an easy thing. The trauma is just real. And yes, dear, I'm here to support. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You've been supportive from day one, and I really appreciate you as a sister. And guys, I've realized that you guys, from my other mother, you love using this ma a lot. Mostly from Nigeria, from Togo, from Congo. My problem, I feel asleep. Oh, shame. And I do understand. You must be from work. I understand. If you're not from work, at least because of the time difference, you are in the US. I know. Good evening, sis. Imo, yeah. Imo is greeting you, Sidon. I've noticed that you guys, my sisters, hello, it's baby love. Hi, why those babies always coming? baby, 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 baby. It's all about baby. And now I understand there is a baby who is here, and I say, and everybody when they come, they talk about baby. Is it the same baby, or it's something that I'm missing? Okay, you refer to every woman as ma. At least Imo says ma'am, but most of my sisters they say ma. The only difference is us this side we say sis. Where you say ma, we say sis, ma, sis. But then I'm trying to firm us. Yeah, you are a celebrity. Then but what sort of a celebrity who doesn't want to go live? Please go live, and the day you go live, you must send me, you must DM me that you're going live at this particular time. You famous celebrity of mine. Please, okay. Please, I want you to start calling me sis, and I'll start to call you sis. Or I want you to start calling me mom, ma, and I will also call you ma. Let's agree, because we are two different sisters here, from this end and you from that end. Anyway, I'm just joking. I was talking about losing a partner. I think I'm done there. Then this one I don't even know whether I should start about it now or it should be my last topic. But guys, fine, my name is Elizabeth Manyoa. I'm Zimbabwean, but I'm married to a South African guy. So I'm South African now. I'm Zimsa. I'm Zimbabwean and South African. The second topic I want to talk about is my story about finding love. This one is so exciting. And the love that I found is here, and he knows the story. Mine is so interesting, funny, complex. You name it, it's baby. I'm always blessed watching your videos. It makes me all sleep like this morning. Watching baby's videos. It's baby. I'm always, guys, this baby. Talk to me about baby. Because I heard Imo also saying baby. And then there is a baby. And Sidon comes to say it's baby. Is it the very same famous baby, or when you say baby, you're talking of something else? Okay, listen to my story about finding love. Please remember to sing for me, especially I Love You Zama. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, Imo. And okay, before I go to the story about finding love, let me speak about my song Zama. This is the one that I'm promoting those days because it's not the latest. I did this in June 2024, and after June, in November, I dropped another single called Rumbidzo. It is a praise song. But Zama, we pushing Zama. It's baby. Thank you, Sido. We pushing Zama so much because it is kind of unique. It is gospel, but it doesn't really talk much about God. Please remember to sing for me. Yeah, I will sing for you. It doesn't really talk about God. It's more of an encouragement. Okay, for starters, Zama means try. Zama can mean fight harder. Zama can mean strive. Zama, it's all about not giving up. Zama is all about push. Zama is all about Zama. Zama means fight harder. It means try harder. It means push harder. So when you hear me saying Zama, I'm telling you to push. Many times, if you realize that whenever you feel like you're tired, you want to give up, you just can't take it anymore, that's when your breakthrough has come. It's like the breakthrough will be dangling somewhere above your head. Like it's about to boom. It's like a bomb that is about to blast on you, your breakthrough. And just that time, you feel tired. you feel like the heavens have crumbled on you. You feel like you don't want it anymore. You feel like you've come a long way. You feel like you can't push. Hey, hey, when you have that feeling, you must know that your breakthrough is somewhere close by. If it is in a room, you are seated in the same room. If it is in a road, you are now walking sideways with your breakthrough. So I said to someone, Zama. And whenever you hear the word Zama being mentioned, it means there are complications, there are odds. You're fighting under odds to get something, to achieve something, to have something. Zama, it is pushing, it is resilience, Zama. So my song says, Wanetane Ihama, why are you tired at this moment? Wamirire iko, why have you stopped? Why have you paused suddenly? Kwawabva ndokure, where you have come is far than where you are going. And then I say, Zama, keep pushing, keep pushing. You're almost there. Push harder. So should I sing now, Zama, or I should go into my topic, or I should go into my topic and sing Zama later? The Zama girl, what do you want? Talk to me. Okay, let me sing Zama, but I'm not going to finish it because, guys, I don't have instruments here. Wanetane hama wamirire ko kwa wapando kure asarama teru wakakomber. Okay, where I say wakakomberedzwa hama negorere zvapupu. Guys, please don't start with me. You want me to cry because usually when I sing, I become emotional and something just protrudes from inside me. I feel everything. I feel things inside me. Please don't start with me, okay? Let me just sing some, just this, and I'll stop because I've come here with these topics that I must finish. Deal, emo, deal. Wanetane hama wamirire ko kwa wapando kure asarama teru wakakomberedzwa hama negorere zvapupu rinokukurudzira rati pano budika munhu wakarurama anowira pasi runomwe asi achisimuka achiramba achizama. Munhu wakarurama anowira pasi runomwe asi achisimuka achiramba achizama. Ramba uchizama, ramba uchizama, ramba uchizama, zvichaita chete. Ramba uchizama, ramba uchizama, ramba uchizama, zvichanaka chete. Ramba uchizama, ramba uchizama, ramba uchizama, zvichanaka chete. Ramba uchizama, ramba uchizama, ramba uchizama, zvichaita chete. Ramba uchizama, ramba uchizama, ramba uchizama. So I said, Ramba uchizama, keep pushing, keep fighting, keep going. Zhichanaka chete, it will soon be well. Someone say amen. Hey, am I swearing? Am I swearing? Does it show that I'm swearing, guys? Hey, we know women. We know each other. Yeah, I think I look better now. Guys, let me talk about my story about finding love. All right. This one excites me. Thank you. Welcome, sweetheart. Thank you. Welcome, sweetheart. Welcome, sweetheart. I love you. I love you so much. I love you like I've met you. The way I connected with you, it's like I know you. And you just some never met. You just imaginary. Like, I wish I could meet you one day because I've just connected you in some amazing way. So Yeah, thanks for the love emojis. I love you too. Let me tell you about my story about finding love. Right? I was just a girl in my home country and born and bred in Christianity. My mother is not just a pastor, she's a founder of some ministry. She's the founder for the church that I used to go to when I was in Zim, and I'm the eldest in a family of 6. So, right, yeah, I grew up, growing up being a PK. I found this word in South Africa when I got married here. They call a pastor's kid is called a PK. Growing up being a PK, nice song, my dear. I have to drop off now and drive home. It's been great, ladies. Shame, what shame. If you leave in March later, I can join, but I'll watch in later on the best day or so. Take care, everyone. Thank you so much. I'm going to miss out on the live story. No, it's fine. Thank you so much for joining. I do understand, because you even mentioned that you've just finished work and you wanted to drive home, and sparing some time to be here instead of going home. I know work is hectic. Usually soon after work you just want to go home, so sparing some time to join the live instead of driving home, it really means a lot to me. Thank you so much. It's baby. I love you, and I can't wait to join your life. Thanks. Right, so growing up being a pastor's kid, fine. When we were growing up, my mother wasn't a pastor as yet, but she was fervent in the kingdom of God, in ministry. She was the best in all the women in church. Even the pastor used to like her a lot. She was hardworking in ministry, very prayerful, helping youths, helping women. Like, she's always been a cold one of God. Then as we grew up, I mean, she found herself, she became a pastor after many prophecies. Wherever she would go, Zambia, South Africa, prophecies would flow to her that you're the one of God. And eventually she began ministry. She founded a church. It's called Stone of Help Ministry in Zimbabwe, founded by Apostle Fatima Makwaza. That's my mom. Right. Growing under her roof wasn't easy. I don't want to lie, it wasn't easy. That woman has an upper hand. In fact, we know that most African women, African mothers, African parents, they have this upper hand, like they straighten. I look at the Amatu case today, the things they do, the lives they live, and I'm like, maybe they are blessed, or it's unfortunate, because the time that we grew, especially me, in my family. Oh, my mother was strict, guys. She was strict. I remember I used to go to a school closer to my sister's, the one who comes after me. And if my sister, because it was very close, after school we used to finish at 1 o'clock. By 1:05, we were supposed to be home. If my sister comes home first before me, I would be in trouble, shame. I would be in shit. When I say trouble, I'm talking of real trouble. So we grew up under such a roof. She wanted things by the book. We were forced to worship. We were forced to go to church. We were forced to attend these midnight prayers, all night prayers for the whole night, even when you're going to school the following morning. It was good, it was bad, it was good, it was bad, because sometimes it would become just too much pressure on a girl child. But it was good because it made us who we are. All my 3 sisters, we got married. Not that we got married because of Christianity, but it also contributed. My mother was a strict woman. Right then, we grew up and nobody ever eloped. There was no room to elope. When it came to these relationships, she just made it so clear that and you wouldn't even try to go there. And then my turn came. I got married. I had one son. It didn't work out well, and I divorced. I took my son along with me. I stayed with him in my parents' home. My father was alive, my brothers, my sisters. Everything was well. And to mention that I had a very beautiful job. I had a very beautiful job. Those who know embassies, it is everybody's wish to be employed in an embassy. And I was employed in an embassy. Let me highlight that I worked for some embassy in Zimbabwe for 25 good years. Being long serving in one company, it speaks a lot about you. It speaks volumes about you. I mean, you're cultured, you're well behaved, you know your job. All those, they come with long service in one company. So I worked for 25 good years in that company. I got promotions and promotions. I started off as a receptionist. I started off as a consular clerk. I was issuing visas in a sub office of the embassy that was like about 10-15 minutes drive from the main office. I got promoted. I became a receptionist. I moved from the sub office to the main office. I got promoted at one time to some. I grew up in the embassy until I attained the highest position in the embassy, which was secretary to the ambassador. I worked in that position, and yeah, then I lost my job. 2020. When all that was happening, my mother, being who she is, she was traveling with the gospel, being invited to preach, going all over. And she also came to South Africa and she met friends. They clicked the same way I always talk about clicking with Emo. We clicked on phone, on WhatsApp, and like now, I really wish to meet her. If she was somewhere close, we could organize to meet. That's what happened with my mother. So she made friendship in South Africa, and yeah, they clicked. The relationship was sweet, it was good. My father was alive, and the woman she made friendship with was alive, and the husband. And they were also founders in South Africa. So from there, we started to exchange trips. Like we would have our conferences. My mother's friends would come with their church to Zimbabwe, and whenever they had conferences, do you mind opening your? I'm sweating. Whenever they had conferences in South Africa, we would also come. Boom. One time, 2010, they came with a conference, and this guy set his eyes on me and he loved me. Guys, we all know that we have choices, especially ladies. I mean, we have choices that are very particular. We are so particularized about what we want. I had money. I was driving. I was building my own house. And my son was going to a group A school. Like embassies do pay. I was getting paid like real money. And this guy, you could see that he was a nobody. Like he didn't have money. Not that he didn't have money, but you could tell that he's not working. But his spiritual mother, he had stayed with his spiritual mother ever since his mother had passed on, his biological mother passed on. So he started to stay with his spiritual mother. So the mother is like his mother. She has acted like his biological mother. And then this mother saw me for the first time and said, "Eish, I like you for my son." And I was like, "What?" "Yeah, I like you for my son." Yo, she oversold the son. My son is like this. My son is like this. My son, my son, my son. Yo, it was about her son throughout. Throughout, she made noise about her son. And when the son came in 2010, I'm sure he had been fed information about me. The moment he set his eyes on me, hey, guys, he melted. He wanted me for a wife. And I looked at him, my status and his status. What? And I knew what I wanted in life. I knew what I wanted in life. I was classic. I was there. Professionally, I was there. And money-wise, I was there. Way above him. So it was a joke to me, like, seriously? Is he really serious? Does he mean it? And he pressed. He kept telling me that his God told him that I'm his wife. And in my thoughts, in my heart, in my life, I kept resisting. I told myself that this is never going to happen. This is a joke. And for sure, it was a joke. I would come to South Africa, he would be after me. They would come to Zimbabwe, he would be after me. It was like that. Then there came a time, like, I used to date. I was beautiful. I was moneyed. I was smart. I was intelligent. And my office was that one. So, yeah, I used to date. It's not like I didn't have feelings. I used to date. Dating with the intention of getting someone to marry. And I was dating these classes. Then when I lost my job, like, fine, the dates never materialized. You would find someone that you love, but you find this thing, like, okay, suppose a person is a womanizer. He starts to show himself that he's a womanizer during courtship. Who would move on to marry that person? And I remember I dated one pastor who was very married, who was a man of God. He had a very beautiful car and a very beautiful wife. But yo, the guy was controlling. Imagine you are a secretary. Wearing high heels is part of your dress code in office. And you just have to be presentable. He came into my life. He told me that he doesn't want makeup. He doesn't want hairdo. He doesn't want high heels. He doesn't want trousers. And he doesn't want short skirts. If it is short, then it must be between the legs there. Not even in the knee length. In between the legs. I was ready. I was really into him. I wanted him, but he was too controlling. Rather, he was abusive. I left him. And guys, I dated 2 ministers in my country, but both were womanizers. And there comes this one who is a nobody, who says he is God, not him. He is God, told him that I am his wife. Someone be in my shoes. Someone be in my shoes. This is what I went through. You know your status, you know where you are. You know what you expect, you know what you're praying for. When you talk of a husband, you actually have these qualities. You have listed down things that you want for a husband. And here comes someone without even one quality. It was something else, guys. It was something else. And the guy loved me with his everything, every fiber in his body. And love is contagious. Let's not forget that. I felt it, that this guy loves me. I felt it back. Messi, unstoppable. Hello, how are you? Messi the Unstoppable. How are you, sweetheart? Thanks for passing by. I know you're a busy person, but taking time to pass by my YouTube channel, I really appreciate. If you found out about my life from anywhere else, please get in touch with me. I'm sure you have my number. Please do get in touch with me, because I would want to know when you also go live so I can come to support. So I brought in some topics. I'm done with topic number 1, losing a partner. Now I'm topic number 2, my story about finding love. So guys, in 2020, I lost my job. Okay, before I lost my job, when I was still high, like everything was flying, like I'm somewhere there, I thought to myself, hey, these guys that I'm dating, the standards that I want, they are not what I thought they are. And besides, nothing is materializing. Why don't I try this one? Then I tried. I don't remember how I told him that I love him, whether it was through WhatsApp or whether I was here or he was there in Zim. But I said to myself, let me try. I tried. But guys, if you feel that this is not the thing, it just won't work. I tried. And we would speak on phone, and I would come here, he would come to Zim, I would Zoom him like, am I really ready to stay with this person? Then I just decided, I made up my mind. I said, I can't. I know this, I can't. You just not my type. He sometimes laughs at me when I talk about this type thing. I used to tell him that you're not my type, you're not what I want, you're not my class. Really, he wasn't. I lost my job in 2020, and then the next thing, I got my package. I did what I did. I tried farming, and money is money. It eventually, you back to square one. Then I said, hey, what about going to South Africa to look for a job? And the only place I thought of coming to was I'm just heading home from work. Then I remembered you say, thank you so much, Mess the Unstoppable. Thanks, that means a lot to me. Thank you so much. I would want to reciprocate the next time you do yours. Thanks. Please do keep in touch. I had cousins who were in Cape Town, so I told myself that I'm going to look for a job in Cape Town, and I was to fly. And I had a brother, third from me in my family. That time he was staying in Pretoria. He heard that I was going to Cape Town. He was angry. He said, how come? Is it because I'm poor? You passing by, flying through Pretoria where I stay, to go stay with a cousin because I don't have money? I said, no, it's not about that. He said, no, you're not going there. Come to my home, you will stay. I'm going to house you where I stay. Even if we eat nothing. Rant with Abdul Rahim. Hi, boss. Hi, boss. How are you? How are you? My boss. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you. Thank you. It means a lot to me. So he said, come here. Come here. I'm going to house you. I tried to refuse, but guys, it was God. When God does these things, he makes sure he does it right on time, right on the right place. And so instead of going to Cape Town, I flew. My bro sent like Don, thank you, Rent, thank you, Rahim, thank you so much. He sent a friend to come pick me from OR Tambo, and I went to stay in his home. And when I was in his home, I remembered, oh, my mother's friend, let me just text her with a South African number, because they all knew that I was working in Zimbabwe and there was no way I could leave that beautiful job. In fact, there was no way. So when I text with a South African number, I said, hi, Mom, this is Liz. I'm here in South Africa. Yo, she screamed. She said, Liz, which Liz? From Zimbabwe? I said, yeah, I'm doing great. Good, you're making live stream. Yes, just trying, Rent. Trying, and especially when you support, it means a lot to me. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my boss. And then she was surprised, like, Liz from Zimbabwe is here in South Africa. She said, Liz, I'll be right there. I said, Mom, what are you talking? Yeah, I'll be right there. And then she drove with her two sons. She called, she said, I'm by the gate. Can you come outside? I came, I went outside. Guys, the two sons, his other spiritual son, and the guy who wanted me. And I had actually ruled out. I told him that it's over. We're not going to do this. We are not taking this route. So please move on. Live your own life. I'll live my own life. Boom. He's coming from the car with his mother. When I saw him, I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to do, but I remember like freezing, like to say, there we go again. This broken record is going to start. I love you. I love you. Anyway, we greeted. I remember, if I'm not mistaken, I hugged the three of them, including him, but it was just a distant hug. Like, yeah, you know when you hug someone, but you're not hugging them. Yeah, that was that. And so this mother, my mother's friend said, Liz, there is no way you will stay here. I'm going to take you. I was like, what? Yeah, I'm going to take you. In fact, be ready, be prepared. Next weekend, I'm coming to take you. I was prepared. I spoke to my brother. At least my brother knew her because she used to come to our mother's place. She drove, she took me one weekend. I went and spent a weekend with her. And this son of hers was there. And the record started. I love you. God said you are my wife. I love you. God said you are my wife. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Guys, I was feeling hot. I was feeling hot, like, you know, when you don't like someone, you just don't like them. Anything they do, what, even if they laugh, it doesn't excite you. It doesn't excite you. It's not a laugh. Then my mother's friend spoke to my brother, said, I'm taking in Liz. I want to stay with her. Liz, do you want? I said, no problem, Mama, I want. Because actually my brother didn't have a decent home. I mean, the place wasn't that big, and it wasn't big. So I moved in to stay with my mother's friend and her husband and the other children. And then this future husband of mine was also there. He was staying there. Guys, we used to fight in that home. We would fight. You know, when you don't like someone, we would fight. But then God made it so I love this God. I became broke. Like I had no money. And you are a woman. Tashika or Faith Manenka, hi, sweetheart. How are you, baby sis? Hi. Thanks for joining. Network yangu nasiri kunetsa. Oh, very sorry. This thing of network, I understand. I'm actually thanking God that I've gone this far with mine. Like mine is finished, the Wi-Fi is finished, so it tends to get slow, and sometimes the network disappears. I did a Facebook Live in the morning, and it kept disconnecting me and connecting, so the live didn't come out well, but I'm grateful that at least I've gone this far with it. So we used to fight with this future husband of mine, fighting as in he wanted me and I didn't want him. And then God made it this way that I became broke. Guys, broke. Do you know broke? You are a woman. You want to look good. As for me, I was a secretary for 25 years. You know, when I'm talking of a secretarial job, not this 2 cents one, a diplomatic secretary where you house in ministers. You host. The president used to come in my office. The vice president used to come in my office, and I would give them cups of tea. And so you must be this. And that's why they pay you. I was the highest paid there. And you needed to be a cut above the rest. And then life happens. You become broke. From that stature to the ground, to the sand, you are just a nobody. You don't have money. And this thing of looking beautiful is still in you. You still want to look beautiful, but you have nothing to look. So much lessons. Where's this one? Kenneth Imo. Oh, it's you. So much lessons in your story, ma'am. Yeah, thank you so much. Imo. You are broke, but you still want to look beautiful because it is wired in you. You've been looking beautiful for ages. So you still want to look. Shame, very sorry. Yeah, it happens, sis. It happens. Life, shit happens. And life happens. But I believe some of the shit that we go through, it is because God wants them to be like that. Like in my case. Wait, hold on. I'll tell you how God wanted it to be. You are broke. You still want to look beautiful. Me, I've always been this person who wants good things. And when I see good things, I know them and I want them. If it is shoes, I know the type of shoes that will go well with my leg. And I've been wearing those ones. Saka makaramba mchisama. Yes, I kept trying. Faith. So then, this broken record of mine was, and I was no longer working. You see what God does? In as much as I was saying, I don't love you, and him saying, I love you, I am Missy. Hi, Missy. Thanks for passing by. Thank you. In as much as you were saying, I love you, and I would say, I don't love you. Guys, I needed pads. I'm a woman, right? I needed pads. I love you, I don't love you. I needed washing soap. I love you, I don't love you. I needed lotion. I love you, I don't love you. I needed perfume. And during the time of courtship and the time of I love you, I don't love you, even when I tried, there's this special perfume I used to like, and he used to send it to me. If some of you, you know Avon that sells some cosmetics, a lot of things, it was an Avon perfume. He used to send it to me whenever I would come here. He used to buy it for me, and that was my only perfume. Even now is the perfume that there could be other expensive perfumes, but I love that one, and he knows it. He used to buy it. I love you, I don't love you. He brings a perfume to me, and it would like eat me up, like, but I'm eating his money and I don't love him. But and then even if I don't want to accept the things, what am I going to do? I'm now jobless, and there is no one who can give me money. And I'm looking for a job, I can't find a job. Even if, guys, to tell you the truth, even today, if someone offers me a job, I'm not trying to be mean, but I think twice about it. Like, where will I get a job that will pay me as much as my job that I've worked for 25 years? I was well paid. I used to drive big cars, and my son used to go to private schools. And then from Norway, I'm just a nobody. I can't even afford a pad for myself for 1 month. You know, women, yeah, you need pads, and I can't afford just one packet of pads. And this one, who is not my type, who is not my class, he's now working and is providing those things. I just didn't know what to do. And even when he provided, I still like him. It was a whole lot of things. I don't like this character. I don't want the way you do this. I don't like you know, a list of things that I didn't like about him. But the way he loved me, that way, he still provided. I've never seen such faith, guys. I wish we could all have such faith. I think it is the very faith that scripture speaks about. Faith that moves mountains. I was a mountain. I was a, I was one big mountain, a Kilimanjaro, and I know it, and I'm proud about it because it took God to humble me. It took God to humble me. I was that big mountain. Everybody in his church, they knew that he said, "This is my wife." Everybody in his family, they knew that he said, "This is my wife, and I'm going to marry this one." Everybody in the spiritual mother's family, they knew that this one said, "I'm going to marry this one." And I was stubborn. I didn't like him. I mean, at least women, you can relate with me. If you love, you love. And if you don't love, you don't love. No amount of anything can push you to love someone that you don't love, unless it is God. I didn't love the man, guys. He used to frustrate me. Like, when I would see him coming from that area, I would feel like taking this road and going that way. And when we would go to church, I left my car in Zimbabwe. I left it with my mother. I had a very big car, a Mercedes Benz, an ML. I left it with my mother. Like, I couldn't sell a car to say, because I'm relocating, so let me sell my car. What about my mother? What about my son? I left a son with my mom. So I was here. I only had my clothes in South Africa. Just my clothes and my panties and my bras. That was me. If you're talking of me, you're talking of my bras, my pants, my clothes. Not even blankets. I didn't bring blankets. You know, when you are relocating to some country, you don't know whether you come back or it is going to be permanently. So I didn't even carry blankets. I had toothpaste, I had toothbrush, bras, pants, washing towel, washing clothes, and my clothes. Not even a single cent. But I still didn't love the man. I didn't like him. Yo. When I talk of not liking him. I just didn't like him. I didn't love him. And in all that, he kept telling me and everybody else that God told me that this one is my wife. Guys, I can speak about my story about finding love for the next 3 years, for the next 20 years, for as long as I can be able to speak. It will not come to an end. But the bottom line, I'm seated right here with that guy. Nobody forced me. Nobody spoke sense to me. It is God who spoke sense to me. God himself visited me one day and told me to do it. I remember sending a text message to my mom saying, Mama, I have decided to marry him. My mother said, who? Have you ever seen when a text message is like panicking? It doesn't have exclamation marks, but you can feel that it is panicking. The text message is panicking. I felt like my mother was saying, who? Marry who? I said, him. And she said, really? I said, yeah. And she asked me, what has happened? I said, Mama, everything has happened. I'm going to marry him. And she said, my daughter, I will rally after what you want. That is God's love. Thanks, Imo. It is. And guys, can I brag for once? Everything that I have said, I haven't been bragging. When I was talking about driving Mercedes-Benz in Zimbabwe, I wasn't bragging because I was driving it. When I was talking about being the highest paid in that embassy, I wasn't bragging. I was the highest paid. And I used to lead. Like in embassies, there is locally recruited and the countries recruits. I was heading the locally Zimbabweans, they have positions, Zimbabwean positions, local positions, and positions for that country that is coming to your host country. I was the head. But let me brag for once. Guys, I had a beautiful wedding. Shame. Oh, and you don't know what, when I say a beautiful wedding, you don't know. And you can never imagine. I'm talking of a beautiful wedding for someone who's got a son. Now my son has got beards. And yet I had a beautiful wedding, more beautiful than the weddings of these Ama 2K that you see around. Why? I zamad. Tracy Mapfunde, that's true love. It is, baby sis. It is. This one is love. I'm talking of love, ne? Now I'm talking about love. Not this 2 cents love that you know, that you read about. I'm talking of love that has happened to someone that you actually watching. You're actually looking at. It's not a fairy tale that I'm talking about. It's not a story from the book. I'm holding this book. I'm not reading from the book. I'm talking of something that has happened in my life. A testimony, and you are listening to. To think that I came from dating a minister to marrying a nobody. It is love, and it is God. God did it for me. My wedding was mwah. It was just mwah. Some of you have seen some clips I've posted here on my YouTube channel. It was just mwah. More than a girl's wedding. I'm a magogo. I'm a magogo. Because getting married when your son is 20 plus, it must be God. It is God. And when I married my husband, the father of my child, he didn't want a wedding. He was married. I think, most men probably they think that this one is after my man. He refused like vehemently. He didn't want a wedding. And a wedding is every woman's dream. I also dreamt about a wedding. And I remember when I was dating back home in Zim, when this one was after me. Okay, I forgot to tell you that my husband chased after me for 12 years. 10 and 2. 6 and 6. 12 years on his toes, like, I want this one. To an extent that people said, hey, this is a cracked record. Why don't you get someone else? He said, even if I find someone else, Lisbeth will always be in my heart. And this story he told me, I'm not going to be speaking about names, but he broke up with a girl who asked him, hey, when, like, he was also trying, fine, he loved me with all his heart, but you could see that, this one, there is a time that he also gave up. Like, God, you told me that this is my wife, but she's refusing. She keeps running away from me, and she told me to move on. So let me try to move on. So he tried to move on. He fell in love with some girl. They dated, and the way they broke, according to him and according to my mother-in-law, that spiritual mother of mine is become my mother-in-law because his mother is died, and he's been staying with her ever since. So she's literally my mother-in-law. They said the reason for breaking up is that girl said, hey, imagine he would date someone and talk about Elizabeth. That, I love this Zimbabwean girl. I love you with all my heart. Like, nothing can replace the Elizabeth that I want. And you're telling that to someone you're dating, someone you're promising to a hand in marriage. You would do that because it was true. So this girl said, hey, the way you love Elizabeth, tell me one thing. Suppose she comes from Zimbabwe right now and we are married, we are husband and wife. What's going to happen? Guys, do you want to hear what he said? Is someone here with me to tell you what he said when the girl he was dating asked him, what is going to happen if Elizabeth comes from Zimbabwe and says, I've come here to stay in South Africa? What is going to happen? He said, I will leave you and go for Elizabeth. Please gonna have my water. It's right behind you. You will leave you. That's what he said. Right in her face. Tell me, if Elizabeth comes from Zimbabwe right now, like, suppose you marry me and we are staying together, and then Elizabeth leaves Zimbabwe and says, I've come to stay here in South Africa, what will happen? Because I see that you can't take her from your heart. You love her you love her. And he said, I will leave you and go for Elizabeth. Guys, I'm choked. Let me sip some water. Okay, guys, the reason why I say it's God, I would want to believe that I'm not the best of beautiful women around. Let's be honest, I may not be beautiful. In fact, I'm not the best of women around. That God was in it from day one. Very true, sis. Very true. He obviously has made beautiful women. They are beautiful, guys. They are beautiful women. I'm telling you that even yourself, you're a woman, but you can see that this one is beautiful. You can even attest. You can you can admit that this woman is beautiful, and you're a woman. There are beautiful women out there. There are beautiful women from head to toe. Their faces, facially, they are beautiful. Their bodies are beautiful. You know this they call it glass. What? Hourglass. What is it? Such bodies. They've caves. You know. The bums know where to start and where to end. If it is the boobs, they know where they are supposed to be seated. The legs, they know how much they should be rounded. There are women who are beautiful. And we are talking of South Africa. South Africa is blessed with beautiful women. But for a man to chase after one foreign national, one, to say, I'm forgetting, I'm burying all these. And he fell in love with money. Hello, Tracy. Nice to meet you. Can you please tell me why your name is written in blue? Standing out from other comments. Very true. I've asked about it, Imo. Like, she came, every time she's coming, her name is written in blue. And this blue is so beautiful. It's a beautiful blue. Like, sure, I'm going to use it on my anniversary. It's an outstanding blue. That makes you to be so outstanding, Tracy. What did you do? What did you do? Like, tell us the settings that you've put. Can someone tell me how far I've gone? Are you not tired of listening, guys? Because I still have 2 topics to speak about. Anyway, that's my love story. It means she is a strong follower of these, Emmy, yeah. I don't know. I can't see properly. But anyway, Tracy is a very strong follower for Liz music. Okay, says she's oh shame. She's come from my WhatsApp group. Remember, guys, I told you I have 6 WhatsApp groups for Liz music. Just for my music, there are 6. And Tracy is one of my admins. Beautiful story. Thank you so much. Guys, and I'm sitting with the guy I'm talking about now. And the funny thing, almost after a few couple of days, I joke with him and ask him, am I really your wife? Is this happening? Am I really seated with you like I've become your wife? And just this morning he was saying, hey girl, don't say you have become, you are my wife. Tracy is not on YouTube, but she can follow you guys. She has come here because she's one of my admins in my group. She's a very dedicated administrator, and yeah, she has a YouTube. She doesn't have a channel, but she's Faith. Let's connect. Yeah, do connect, do find each other here. Tracy, please follow these women, these girls, these beautiful souls, these sisters of mine, everyone who is here. Please, I beg you, I beg. I'm becoming like my sisters, I beg. Please follow them, connect with them, go to their YouTube channels, like, comment, subscribe. So every time I'm like, after 2-3 days, is it really happening? Am I your wife? If I become your wife, he says, you have not become my wife, you are my wife. And I look at him and like, is this really happening? Because I look at where I was and where I am, and like, it has really happened. Well noted, sis will do so. When Tracy says she will do so, she will. She will. This one is so dedicated. And then, by the way, Tracy, you just went quiet about Facebook. What happened? When I send location, I'm coming to B2. You just dump me, like dump me. Your Tracy, please do follow us. She will. At this one, when I say she will, I'm telling you she will. Thank you, Tracy. Okay, then, guys, okay, to show you that this guy loves me, I have a topic here that I'm going to be talking about, but before I jump into that one, let me tell you this one thing. My husband has accommodated me with my son. I mean, this is true love. We know of step parents who shun away their stepchildren. They don't want stepchildren. They want the mother. They want the mother. They can do everything for the mother, but not for the stepchild. But my husband is taking in my son as his. And he has saved his name as my son, not even Victor. My son. What else do you want? What type of God do you want? And okay, I'm not working. It has not worked for me. Maybe God is kinda indirectly telling me that where you have worked, it's enough. Guys, it's not a joke to work for 25 years in a row. And my job was so demanding, shame. Sometimes I would drive home around 12. And in my home, there are thieves. You can't park a car there. So I used to park my car in some place, a car park, where there are people guarding all cars. And past 11, 12, I would call my son and my brother, please wake up. Because when I park my car, I have to walk home. About 3-5 minutes I have to be walking. So you can't be walking alone around 12, around 11. So I would call them, please wake up. I drive home, I pick them up, we go park our car, my car there, and then we walk home. But I'm not driving in SA. I'm not working in SA. Guys, you know a housewife? I am a housewife. I'm taken care of. As you can see, this lipstick, I didn't buy it. I don't have the money to buy it. You see, I have small little makeup. It just doesn't come. Hey, you buy it. I don't buy it. There is foundation here. I don't buy. And right now, if I could turn the camera and show you, I have Peruvian hair. I have Brazilian hair. If I could show you my shoe rack, I have shoes because I'm a food lover. I'm a things lover. Sorry, not food. I'm a things lover. I love things. My shoe rack is like from here to there. My clothes, they are full. I have more clothes than my husband. He takes good care of me. I'm well taken care of. Not working, but I'm well taken care of. It's just a phone call to say, I need to eat this today. And he brings it. And then for 12 years, you are running away from such a man. You want a minister who abuses you. Can I tell you what happened to some minister that I was dating one of these days? When I was busy running away from this one, I started to date a minister. He came to my office. He saw me. Hey, guys, I used to be beautiful. If I'm ugly now, I don't know. But I used to be beautiful back then. That's why even this husband of mine couldn't resist me. I used to be beautiful. So this minister came, he saw me, and he started to propose. I was like, hey, like seriously? Is he serious? But anyway, the good thing is the whole nation knew that he was single. So one of these beautiful days, I said, yes. And we started dating. One day he called me, he said, 1:15, my lunch hour was 1 o'clock. He said, 1:15, please drive this place. I want to buy you lunch. And I knew that when he says lunch, it is real lunch. You can even take it home because you can't finish it. And whenever I would go there, he would put fuel in my car. I remember I had a very skolokolo, we call it a skolokolo, a very ugly car. It was a Mazda 323, green in color. My first one was green in color, then I went to a blue in color. It was my first one, it was green in color. It was beautiful, like fine, but it was an old model. So he called me and said, come. I said, oh, petrol is coming. Now I have fuel to finish the whole month. This money that I had reserved for the whole month, I'm going to use it for something else. I drove. I went and I reached before him. So I went into the food court. No. He drove first before me. He went into the food court and he was sitting there. And he was on the phone. I drove there. I saw his car. I said, oh, that's his car. His big car. I parked next to his car. I walked into the food court. He was on the phone. What was he talking about on the phone? He was talking to a girl he had been with the previous night. And he was talking about things they were doing at a very low voice. And when I walked there, I wanted to surprise him. You know this thing of walking behind someone and you cover their face. Like it's just a game. I wanted to do that. So I walked slowly. I reached. Then I stopped the conversation. The things he was talking about. Sure. I just couldn't believe it. And I let him to talk. He spoke. And I couldn't take it any longer because I saw that my lunch hour will finish while I'm listening to some girl's conversation. And I patted him by the shoulder. And he looked back. He said, please take a seat. And he continued with his conversation. Nothing changed. He continued. I sat there. Guys, have you ever felt this thing that sits here? It sits here that you can't even swallow saliva. It's set here like a bomb. And I looked at him right in the face, like to say, can you see me? He continued until he finished. And then he asked me, what do you want to eat? I said, thank you. I'm enough. I'm full. He said, okay, so why did you come? I said, I had come to eat, but I'm full. He said, okay, then let's go. I said, okay, let's go. Guys, he walked to his car and I was parked next to him. He drove off. I felt like my knees were crumbling, like I was about to fall. I also drove off. I didn't eat that day and some days to follow. These are the caliber of people that I used to have. And in fact, let me warn women that such caliber of people, they are no-go areas. And that time, I was running away from this one who wanted to give me a wedding. And shame my husband doesn't cheat. He doesn't cheat. He doesn't cheat. And I think we are perfect matches because I also doesn't cheat. Okay, on that one on cheating, let me tell you guys, Mina, I feel so special about my body. That's one thing about me. Even way back, I feel like my body it's so special. It's so special. Like I can't have a boyfriend to do me. Like he just touches. He just touches. He just goes where he wants. A boyfriend who is not giving my mother money. Let me not go there because that's not my topic. I'm becoming off topic now. I'll bring it the other day. But anyway, let's talk about step parents and step kids. Step parents and step kids. I had a Facebook Live one of these beautiful days, is it 2-3 months back? And by the way, Facebook is now deleting lives when you go live. Facebook will just take it down after 30 days. I think everyone is going to Facebook. Everyone wants money, so probably there's space and what have you. So Facebook is just taking down some Facebook lives. I once had a Facebook live about step children. In fact, let me start with step children. I don't know if it applies in most countries, but in my country, if I grew up without my father and I'm a girl child, it is believed that when I'm supposed to be married, when I'm getting married, my father, who was never there in my life when I was growing up, has to come to get his dowry money. It is cultural, it is beliefs that if the father doesn't get what's his, then the marriage will not work, or someone will die. May God sustain your home. Thank you, Imo. I take it as a prayer. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you. In fact, it is sustained. I speak that it is sustained in Jesus' name. Amen. It is believed that if the father doesn't come to get what's his, the marriage will collapse, it will not work, or someone will die, some bad luck, bad omen, what have you. And my question was, guys, is it fair? Is it fair? I don't know in your countries, but at least in my country, it is believed that way. Babe, is it the same here in South Africa? If I grew up without a father, my father is there, he's not dead, he's there, but because he's had his issues with my mother, he doesn't take care of me. But when I'm supposed to be married, he has to come and get his share of the dowry. It's the same. I think it applies to African cultures. But I was saying, guys, is it fair? There are moments when I used to go to school without shoes. And probably my father was working. My father was a businessman. My father had money. And I would be going to school when it's raining and the shoe is broken. Water enters the shoes. I get to school and I'm just not myself. The other reasons why I was failing, because life was difficult. My father couldn't be there for me because he had issues with my mother. And they separated even sometimes when I was pregnant or when I was still young, even when I was old enough to know what's happening. But is it anything of my contribution? Do I have to be punished for that? Now, when dowry has to be paid, my father must come to get his share of the dowry because he's my blood. Is it fair? They say bad omen will follow my marriage. And my question really is, where was the bad omen when my mother was working out my school fees? Why didn't the belief say it is bad omen for my mother to pay school fees for a child who is not hers? Because it's simple. They say my mother cannot take dowry for me because I'm not hers. I belong to my father. But when she was paying school fees for me, why didn't the bad omen, the belief say bad omen will follow because you are paying school fees for a child who is not yours? I don't like some of the beliefs, these African beliefs. I mean, they just suck. They suck, to be honest. Maybe because I'm a Christian, so I don't believe in them. I don't know. But even if I wasn't a Christian, some of these things, they just don't hold water. They mean nothing. They don't deserve to be followed. My mother was busy alone. She was crying. But now, my question is, well, thank you, I miss. Thank you. Why does it matter now? Why does it have to matter now when it was fighting for me? But suddenly it matters. It is bullshit, you guys. It is bullshit, and at least it will not exist in my life. It will not exist in my life. Even if I was supposed to be married, the bad omen was not going to come to me because it doesn't exist in me. Like common sense, if you have 5, unless someone is 4 or someone has got 6, it didn't affect during the time. Why should it affect now? Okay, step parents and step kids. Not even step as in parents, but as in also guardians. In African cultures, many a times people offer to take care of children after death, death of loved ones, death of a father, death of a mother, and during that time, people offer to take care of children. I am a sister. My sister has passed on. I offer. Okay, even if I don't offer, probably it is given to me that your sister has passed on, so please take care. Can you be the guardian for the children? And because I'm still crying, I'm still grieved, I accept. Yeah, I'm going to take care of them, which is a good thing. I'm not saying don't do it. It's a good thing. But let's look at the way we are treating those kids later on after the funeral, after people have dispersed. When you take the children on home, the parent has died and you have become the new parent. We are dividing children. We are showing favoritism among children. We're making it to be so visible that this one is my child, this one is not my child. Guys, especially women, God help us. God help us. A child is a child. And a child doesn't choose to be born where. A child doesn't choose to lose a parent. A child doesn't choose the divorce of the parents. So when 2 parents are divorced, a child is just caught in between. And you offer, or they ask you to take care of that child. Why can't we just be human, guys? You find 2 different kids coming from one home, but they're looking very different. The school uniforms themselves are miles apart. They speak volumes. This is dirty. This one's uniform is neatly washed and neatly pressed. Or this one is torn and this one is still lookable. the works of women out there. Why? Why? Mina, I think it's actually better to refuse the responsibility of a child. People will talk. People will label you. They will give you names. But by the end of the day, you've done yourself good. You've done yourself justice. Rather than taking the child to say, I'm going to be the guardian. I'm going to take care of the child. And you literally don't take care of the child. You see, they pack lunch boxes differently because this one is my child. This one is not my child. The lunch boxes are different. Coming from the same hands, the same mother who has cooked the food. Why do we demarcate, put these demarcations that this one is mine, this one is not mine? Why didn't you refuse in the first place? And one thing I've noticed in life, guys, I think it is God. He just does it. God does it. You see what he did to me? That's good for you. There are things that God just do. He just do because he's God. You know, when you demarcate children like that, the one that you are treating in a bad way, watch it out. That one will be successful. That one will go miles. That one will be an idol in the family. And you, the one who was ill-treating him, will be begging after him. That's life. That's God. He does it. He does it. I've seen it many times happening in life. So why do we have to learn on us when it happens to you? Why don't you learn when it is happening to your neighbor? Why don't you learn when it is happening in the newspapers, when it is happening in stories, when it is happening on social media, on YouTube, someone telling a story? Why do you wait to learn until it happens on you? Because I don't know how, like I said, it is God. He is God. He just does it. He does it that way. That this one who is being well taken care of now, when he goes to school, he's got spending money. She's got spending money enough. This one doesn't even have spending money. This one's shoes are beautiful. They are still new. They are well polished. And this one, it's like they're coming from two different homes when they're coming from the very same home. And it is us women. I'm on mute. So Sidon, I'm on mute. Okay. Yeah, follow each other, guys. Follow each other. And can you tap the screen, guys? Please tap the screen. I'm tired. And you're not even tapping the screen. Tap the screen to share the live. I'm on 1 hour 30 what? Hey. What did Imo say? She said we must tap the screen. I'm looking for Imo. Hello, Tracy. Nice to meet you. Not this one. Imo, what did you say if he's still around? When sharing the live, you said we should tap the screen. I'm just heading home from work. No, I'm looking for Imo's message. Nice song, my dear. I have to drop off. Not you, it's baby. I'm looking for Imo's message about sharing the live. Sidon, it's baby. I'm always blessed watching your video. Okay, not you, Sidon. I'm looking for Imo's message. Guys, don't look at my hair, right? I can see the lines are not straight. When I look down here, I'm looking at myself that the lines are not straight. I just did them. I just did it on my own. Hello, guys. I see 11 people on the stream. Let's kindly double tap on our screen to like the live. Yeah. Double tap on the screen, guys. While I rest. I'm resting, waiting for you to double tap the screen. Look at me. And then these people, it is when they thought of talking to me. Like, Tutu. I've been here, like, you were not talking to me. Titi. Because I've started the live, you start to go, you thinking of me. Hey, hold on. I'll come to you. Ramba uche sama. ramba uchizama, ramba uchizama, zvichaita chete. And then some people were saying I should have sung this song in English, and someone said in Zulu. Guys, you know, some things are better spoken or well sung, articulated, whatever you call it, in your native language. Because imagine, when it hama, why are you tired, my friend? Why are you tired, my relative? You guys, please stop it. Hey, let me try. They said I should have sung this song in English. Let me try. When it hama, why are you tired, my relative? When did I go? Why have you paused? You have come a long way. Chasara materu. And I don't even know what materu is in English. It is a slope, okay? What is remaining is a slope. Chasara materu. Munu wakaruram. A righteous man. Anowira pasiru nomwe. He falls down many times. Asi achisimuka. Yet he rises. Achiramba achizama. And he keeps on trying. You guys, leave my song. Leave my song. It is better in English, in Shona, than in English and Zulu. And Zulu, I don't even know. What is being tired? Inkatele ubani, mzala wami. What is why have you stopped? Unkatele ubani, mzala wami. Waumile. Waumile. What did you say? What did you say?
Uthini umile. Uthini umile.
Ukatele nani mzala wami. Uthini umile. Kwa bandok. You've come a long way.
Ubuya kude.
Ukatele nani mzala wami. Uthini umile. What?
Uthini umile.
The other one. You've come a long way.
Uphuma kude.
Uthini umile. Ukatele nani mzala wami. Uthini umile. You've come a long way. Guys. Guys, leave my Shona song as it is. You see how difficult it is to write it in Shona and in Zulu. Unless you write it and you sing it first, then you give me a yes, and then I rewrite. I re-sing it, if ever there is such a word. Hey, wanetana hama, wamirire ko, kwa wapando kure, asarama ter, iwe. Tracy, the blue one is here. Imo, you're also blue. Guys, tell me what's happening with blue. Lovely in original. Yes, lovely in original vision. Why are you tired, my relative? Why have you paused? You've come a long way. It's a slope that is remaining. Munu wakarurama. A righteous man. We fall down many times, but you rise up and you keep trying. Keep on trying. Ramba uchizama. Zvichaita chete. Ramba uchizama. Zvichaita chete. Ramba uchizama. Zvichanaka chete. Ramba uchizama. Zvichanaka chete. Hi guys, I'm tired. Hi. Okay, the final topic is about marriage challenges. And I was bragging about my marriage, right? Let me tell you what I'm going through. I spoke about it, how it started, how it happened, how somebody was happy, how I'm also happy now, how well taken I am, how well taken care of I am. Let me tell you about marriage challenges, guys. And this one is real, and it's not about me, it's about marriage. It's not about my marriage, it's about marriage in reality, in general. Let's be honest with marriage, about marriage, on marriage, about marriage, nezve marriage, marriage. Marriage is not a child's play. For starters, when we talk about marriage, we are talking of two different people from two different families, from two different cultures. Like in my case, two different families, two different cultures being required to be one. What does the Bible say? We were debating about it with my husband one day, that a man highlighted, a man shall live. It doesn't say a woman, a man. It is a man who will leave his parents, join his wife, and they become. It's not a joke, guys, to put two things together and you want them to be one. Okay, let me take this example, a close example. A man shall leave his parents, join his wife, and the two shall become one. Let me ask you if it is possible. Anyway, it's possible spiritually, because these are the things that God made. But in practicality, let's see. A man shall leave his parents and join his wife, and the two shall become one. Can you see one thing here? Hear me. Don't joke about marriage. A man shall leave his parents and join his wife. This is a man, this is a wife, and they've joined. They're expected to become one. Just from this example, you can see from the two things that I'm holding. Okay, a man is the big one. You can see this is a man. He shall leave his parents and join his wife, and these two shall become one. This is one, and these two are supposed to be one. When you see these ones, they are one. Like one is this one. It is supposed to be like this, or it is supposed to be like this, because they have joined, but they remain like this, and God says they are one. Let's be practical. It is possible, it is okay, it is fine spiritually, but not physically, because physically we can see two here. This one has got their traits from their home. This one has got their traits from their home. When they were eating this one, they were eating in their own way. When they were eating, they were eating in their own way. When this one was talking, they were talking in their own way, in their own home, in their own way. The same with this one. When this one was sleeping, they were sleeping in their own way, in their home. The same with this one. When this one was bathing, they were bathing in a different way from the way this one bathes. And suddenly, they must bath in the same way. The way they talk, it must be one. The way they eat, it must be one. When this one is angry, he's angry in his own capacity, and he reacts in his own way. The same with this one. But now the Bible says when they are angry, they must react in the same manner. If this one knows that when I'm angry I must keep quiet, and this one says when I'm angry I must beat, they are now supposed to be one. They choose one, either to beat or to be quiet. They're supposed to be one. And guys, can you see these two? Are they one? Even if I put them together like this, even if I do this, even if this one comes on top like this, is it one? They are two. That's challenges for a marriage. You are meant to be one. You're supposed to be one. God sees you as one, but it's practically impossible in the physical realm. It's very possible in the spiritual realm. but physical, and we are still living in the physical realm. We are not in heaven as yet. Is it not a challenge enough? Talk to me. You look at him when he is eating, you don't like the way he eats. I was talking to this friend, pastor of mine. She's a baby sister. She's God loving. I love her. This day she called me. We had a very long conversation, very lengthy discussion. And like you are friends and you talk about anything. I also spoke about mine and she spoke about hers. She said, sis, you know when you're eating chicken, there is this bone, the whitish one. You know it. You know it because chicken is universal. You have chicken in your homes, in your countries. There is this whitish bone. It is white. It is bone. It is fleshily like. And that bone is nice to chew, guys. When you chew it, it is very soft. It's usually pointed like. It's very soft. When you look at it, it is whitish. When you chew that one, it goes krr, krr, krr. And it is the krr that is good, that is nice. I like it. I don't know how many don't like it, but I personally like it. This friend of mine was saying, please, you know what? I always fight with my husband. You know this whitish bone, that is whitish. And yeah, when well cooked, it becomes, yeah, it is whitish. He likes chewing that one. I said, what's bad about it? Ah, Liz, you also chew it. I say, I do. I do because I like it. And she said, it frustrates me, disgusts me when he chews it. Every time when I dish for him chicken, I warn him that, I don't want to hear you chewing that bone again. Shame, poor guy, he loves the bone. And he grew up chewing it. It is just tasty. It is just, in fact, if you remove salt, if you remove spices, it's not tasty because it is just, it goes grr, grr. I know you know the one that I'm talking about. It is this shape. Like, he's like me, that husband, because I love that bone. And I grew up chewing it that way. That's the beauty of it. It's not meat, it's not a bone, it is in between. And I like it. And that husband of my friend likes it. And my friend grew up being taught that that bone, you are not supposed to chew it like you are a dog. How do you chew a bone like that one, that white one? Guys, you think it's not a challenge? You're telling somebody's child not to do things that he grew up doing. Very sweet. Thank you, Imo. Thank you, Baba sis. Thank you so much. You are now teaching him to stop some habits that he grew up doing. Is it not a challenge to him? Okay, it is a challenge to him. But most of the things that you'll be talking as a wife, let me go there. The Bible says, I'm a helper. And I love this one. Hey, this one I like it. The Bible says, I'm a helper. You know what? Most women, they're associated with talking. Men actually label women that they are talkative. I did the Facebook Live some time back and said, guys, leave us alone. We are talkative because God made us that way. Guys, have you ever seen a teacher who is quiet? Because if God says, I'm a helper is a teacher. When a child is doing homework and you are helping that child, you are teaching the child because you are a helper. How do you teach when you are quiet? Can you be quiet and you are a teacher? And teachers come in different shapes, even physically. It can be Dunda, a big one. A teacher can be a skinny one, a skinny teacher. He can have a big belly like this. He's a teacher. So big that even the tie, it goes there. It sits on the time. He's a teacher. But believe you me, despite his stature, when he gets to the classroom, he goes there to talk. He is wired to talk. Even governments, they know that a teacher, we've given him a certificate to talk. You cannot help your child when he's not talking. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be demeaning, but I've never seen a dumb teacher, someone who cannot speak, and then he goes for teaching. He's given a class by a headmaster who has been appointed by government, and they say he's a teacher but he can't talk. I've never seen that. A teacher talks. A teacher has the certificate to speak. That's the reason why women are just wired to talk. Guys, we can talk. Women, I surrender. I give up. If you find a woman who doesn't talk, please bring her to Elizabeth. I want to vet that one. I want to zoom her and find out if for real she's a woman. Because women talk. A woman can talk, guys. I have a sister who comes after me. She's quiet. Sure. My sister is quiet. My sister is quiet. Like, you would wonder why she's so quiet, because she's quiet. You would just wonder because she's quiet. She's she's just quiet. That's her. But let me tell you what happened another year. Like in my family, it has always been like that. Like I told you how we grew up, my mother had this upper hand and she never wanted to. Nobody ever thought that we would be married. The way she was strict, she wouldn't even want to hear you that you are thinking of having a boyfriend. she wouldn't want to hear that you are thinking of having a boyfriend. And nobody ever thought that we would marry it. That's how strict she has been with us. So I think it contributed. We all got married at very old ages. I married at 27. Back then, during my time, 27 was way old. And I've always had a big body. And growing up, I was very quiet, like a stooge, like someone who doesn't think. Apparently, I was very intelligent. In class, I would be number one, number two, number three. Number one, number two, number three. Once in primary, when I got number 4, I cried. So I was quiet, big-bodied, intelligent. So at 27, I looked like, maybe I'm 30 plus. We got married like that because our mother was strict. My sister also got married at 36. As quiet as she was, 36, that's when she wedded. I don't remember when it was, how old she was, but she fell in love with some boyfriend. I was married. It was a walking distance from my home to my parents' home, and my sister was there. So I knew about the boyfriend just on phone because he was from a distant town. Then they arranged for a date for dowry to be paid. The guy came. And of course, he had to sleep in my home, being the big sister. And dowry day was the following day. He came on a Friday. When he came, myself and my husband were like, when we went to sleep, it was my husband who started, Liz, are you serious? This guy is the one who has come to ask for a hand in marriage to your sister. The way your sister is quiet, the way she's dignified, her integrity. That guy was scrape, guys. I'm sorry if it is the wrong word, if it is demeaning, but at least you get to understand what I'm trying to talk about. He was scruffy. He couldn't talk. Like, have you seen people who can't talk? You're trying to discuss something as long Jesus still lives. Miracle Scrolls, hi. Miracle Scrolls, how are you? Thanks for joining. Thanks, my bro. Everything will be okay. Yes. Have you ever seen someone when you're discussing, when you're talking with, you start to wonder if they're okay? If they're okay. You know such type of people. That was my Sbali, my brother-in-law. He came on a Friday. We came from work with my husband. We welcomed them. But even when they entered the house, he was alone. He was alone. Have you ever seen a man who is going to marry and he comes alone with his head? Apparently with so-called money in his pocket, with his head. No friend, no brother, no aunt, nothing. He's alone and has come from a far seat. Okay, fine. It is happening. Tomorrow is dowry day. We sat down, we were eating, trying to chit chat, and you could ask yourself, is he okay? Something is wrong, man. Something is just not adding up here. Okay, that it is what it is. Bye bye, good night, good night. We went to sleep, and my husband was like, Liz, are you serious? This is the guy who has come to ask your sister's hand in marriage. I said, I was about to ask the same thing. I've heard about this guy. My sister told me, and I've spoken to him on phone. He used to call me, but I didn't know this is him. I'm trying to say, or at least where I'm coming from. Okay, at least now listen to where I'm going to. We woke up. Guys, he had come to marry. He didn't have a jacket. It was just his shirt, no tie. And his shirt, the button was up to here. This one was not pinned. This one was not pinned. You could see the chest. No jacket. He's a mkwenyana. He's a brother-in-law. My husband was biggish, and he had to look for one of his old jackets that no longer fitted him, and he handed over to him, and he thanked him like maitabasa bamkuru, maitabasa, like maitabasa bamkuru. He wore the jacket. Apparently he had not brought clothes to change, so the clothes that he traveled with from that city, he slept with them. And like we didn't know, we didn't know, because when we arrived from work, he was already there, and the helper had taken him in. He had introduced himself, so we didn't know. Only to wake up in the morning, from a far city, the collar of the shirt was dark. My husband had to look for a shirt, and this time he couldn't find a smaller shirt. My husband was biggish. He took his shirt and gave to him. The trousers was not changed. Let's not talk about the shoes, because their sizes were different. So he gave him a shirt, he gave him socks, he gave him a jacket. And we went to my mother's place. We left him by a place, you know, these negotiators. We left him by a negotiator's place. We went inside, and time for him to enter had come. The negotiators came, and the negotiators said, we are sorry, we don't have money. And everybody thought like they are saying, we don't have money, like the money that we've brought is little. And people were like trying to understand, you don't have money as in like you have little. No, there is not even a single cent. Guys, do you understand where I'm coming from? Bottom line is, this guy had come to pay down, but he didn't bring money. And that was the dismissal of the gathering. Why I'm telling you about the story is, I wanted to tell you about my sister that is very quiet. Fast forward. The thing that I remember the most is, I saw my sister standing under a tree. It was scorching hot, with the so-called future husband. My sister was talking, guys. Hey, my quiet sister was talking. We could see these actions. They stood there and spoke for over, I think, 2 hours. My sister talking and him quiet. Why am I telling you this? I said my sister is quiet, but I saw my sister talking for more than 2 hours, and I had to join. I said, what is it? And then this Kwenyana, my brother-in-law, said, my father took my money. He said, I'll give you when the day arrives, approaches, when you're going to be paying dowry. So I told him the previous night that I'm going, and he said, I'll give you tomorrow. And the following morning, I said, Papa, I'm going. And he said, you can't go. The money is not there. So why did you come? I remember I transported our aunt who was coming from the rural areas. Our rural area was very far. It was very costly. And I didn't have money. And you know, when such a day is approaching, you hope to all get money. Like me being the big sister, usually we pick some money for the sisters. I also hoped to get money. My aunt came without money. I gave her money to come, expecting that she would also have her portion of the auntie's money. There was no money. As if that was not enough, he himself did not have bus fare to go back to that city. My husband had to transport him. And I saw my sister talking shame. My sister spoke that day. I've never seen her speaking like that. I grew up with her. I saw her for the first time in life speaking. I'm telling you, every woman is wired to speak because we are helpers. When I'm speaking to my husband, you should see me. When I'm speaking to him, I order him. I order him. I mean, guys, it is with me. It is within me. I was born for this. I was wired for this. He has his corners where he speaks and I keep quiet. And I know that when he's talking like this, then I must keep quiet. It's not my area. But when it comes to my area, I speak. Why? Because I'm a helper. I'm helping. I'm a teacher. I got the certificate to speak. My certificate in marriage is to speak, and I do that exactly. Because if a teacher doesn't speak, the child will not go anywhere. Imagine a teacher who comes to class and he gives the book to the student and say, do you think there is anything that will come from there, or the child will fail? The child will not go anywhere. The teacher has to speak, guys. So when you see your wife speaking, please accept her. Understand that she's a teacher. She's a helper. She's helping you. Ramba uchizama, ramba uchizama, ramba uchizama, zvichaita chete. Ramba uchizama, ramba uchizama, ramba uchizama, zvichanaka 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 chete. Guys, I love this song with every fiber in me. Like, it pushes me, it enlightens me, it gives me hope. It tells me that one day, it's just one day, that day is coming. It's going to be well, it's going to be fine. Don't look at what you're going through today. Don't look at what you've gone past. But be focused. Think of tomorrow. It's going to be fine. It's going to be right. It shall be fine. Marriage challenges. Other challenge we have in marriage is especially when you marry someone of a different belief. In fact, let me encourage people to, I don't know, in my culture they say rora naive matongo. Like Imo, you said I mean, your vernacular is just everything. Sometimes some things are better explained in your vernacular language than in a foreign language. Rora naive matongo, it means you must marry people from within your jurisdictions. Like like I'm married not from a jurisdiction. I crossed the border over 2,000 kilometers away. But at least spiritually, I'm married within my jurisdictions. It's always good. I advise people to marry people with the same belief as yours. Okay. There is no way you can live well when you are a Christian and you get married to a Sangoma. Let's be honest, that will not work. No matter how much you love each other, no matter how much she loves you, no matter how much you love her, but if you are a Christian and you hook yourself with a Sangoma, guys, it is a recipe for disaster. It's a marriage challenge. You have actually created the challenge yourself. It's your own creation. Marry someone with the same belief as yours. I'll brag once again. I'm a Christian and I got married to a Christian. When he talks about the Bible, I understand. When he quotes a scripture, I understand. We can even debate about scripture. When we speak about praising and worshiping, I understand. It is a language that I understand, that I grew up in. It is something that I've been living within, even without him, because we're of the same belief. Like, I remember, was it last night, he was asking me, are we going to church tomorrow? I mean, it's obviously a yes. If I'm not sick, if I'm not working, it's obviously a yes. Why? Because we are of the same belief. But what do you think if I was a Sangoma? And for starters, would it even work? And we alternate in my home. Sometimes my husband prays at 12 o'clock. Sometimes I pray at 12 o'clock. Sometimes he prays at 3 o'clock. Sometimes I pray at 3 o'clock. When my alarm rings, it is my alarm, but he knows that this one, it is for prayer. He wakes up and prays. If I'm weak that day, if I don't pray, he wakes up and prays. And I know he includes me in his prayers because we are of the same belief. A recipe for disaster is to cross those beliefs. Be on the same platform, wear the same shoe, speak the same language, go in the same direction. Am I talking sense to someone? My other song that I love the most, you're that one. If I was to play it here, I wouldn't finish the live. I think it is because of the way I recorded it. It spoke so much into my life when I was in studio, such that on the microphone I sobbed. I remember that first day when I went to record that song, I sobbed, I cried, and I just connected with my maker. Like I felt like I was isolated. I was in some place, just like singing with angels. And every time I play that song when I'm live streaming on Facebook Live, that thing, not that I invited, not I don't imitate, it just comes. It's natural. It just comes naturally. I think it is from the way it was recorded. It's called Utembisile. I love it with my heart. It is my heart song. So usually I avoid to play it on my lives because I've not seen a day when I've played it on my live and I don't sob. I usually close the live because I'll be crying. It is a way of speaking to me. It is a way of getting to me. God is not a man that he should lie, neither son of man that he will change. Has he spoken and did not do it? Has he promised but did not fulfill? Jakataura. I don't know. I don't want to cry, guys. So let's call it a day. Thanks for joining my live. Let's meet in other live streams and hope you follow me. Hope you subscribe. Hope you press like. Hope you leave comments. Hope you press the notification bell such that each time I post something, you will not miss it. Mwah. 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 Kiss me back, guys. Kiss me back.